Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing God of War Ragnarok. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zero. Let's get to it. So today we're working our way through Valhalla. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So this is not the first run through Valhalla, but it's somewhere in between. So you always start off, you'll find out more or less the same. You have your permanent upgrades that you've gotten with your spirit seals and your mastery seals, and then you get these perks, etc., that you find throughout. And you will have to choose a weapon to specialize in based on the weapon perk that they give you in the first box. So right off of the bat, you'll have to choose which weapon you want to use most of the time. Even in an extended run, where you play out as many paths as possible, you are at most going to have one powered weapon and one maybe half powered weapon, and then the third weapon is just kind of their basic weapon, whatever the third weapon is. As you go along, you'll find out that you have multiple options and permanent upgrades that'll help you out. That you don't like something, you can re-roll a weapon perk, or the weapon glyph that you get, or a runic attack, you can re-roll it, be like, yeah, I don't like that one, I'll try again. So you don't always have to take what you're given. Now, we found out that one of our previous brothers in celestialness, I don't know what you want to call it, a previous enemy of Kratos has joined him here in Valhalla to help or hinder him along. And of course, that is Helios, the god of the sun. So the Greek god here in Valhalla, which is the Norse territory, so here we go. So I do enjoy the story bits that you get within this roguelike experience, and it's bringing it almost full circle from previous God of War. So way back when he was still in Greece and fighting against the Olympians, that's all kind of coming back. Kind of to haunt him, since Valhalla is the afterlife. And whether you're a mortal or a god, apparently you might end up in this Valhalla area. But Kratos is kind of a special breed, since he was not necessarily born a god. So does he go to Valhalla when he dies? It's not like gods are necessarily unkillable. We know that by now. If you don't know that by now, there is a serious problem. Encounters to clear 3. So all these little nooks and crannies within these pocket dimensions that you visit within Valhalla, it's kind of like Valhalla's borrowing little sections of the different realms, of the 9 realms, whether it's Midgard or Helheim or Asgard, It's just kind of plucking out little bits and pieces of it, tossing it together into a salad and putting out in random order for Kratos to kind of figure out. Man, I really dislike the Bifrost attacks. Mainly because there would be like, 3, 4, 5 guys attacking you, and one of them would come from the side and hit you with a Bifrost attack, or it would be a ranged attack, and then all of a sudden you'd be missing a chunk of your health. And then if you got hit again, then it would just like explode, and you would get hit really, really hard. So I thought that mechanic was a little bit more punishing than some of the others. I realized that there were some really annoying enemies, no matter which God of War you're playing. So it was difficult to go ahead and say, this is bad, this is good, this is whatever. It's challenging, certainly. Is it bad? No, I guess not. All of these locked areas, all of a sudden, you can start opening some of them, which is nice. So every run you make is going to be a little bit different, even if it's just a little bit different, if not a lot different, based on what weapon you decide to spec into. Say, I'm going to use the spear this time. I'm going to use the axe. I'm going to use the blades. Not to mention the shield and the rage and the runic handle that you have. So depending on all of that stuff, your experience is going to be vastly different. Not to mention what bosses you face, what enemies, what realms that you find and you have to fight in. So because we're in kind of an Asgard or Midgard themed area, we've got these types of enemies, whereas if you're in Helheim or Alfheim, you're going to have other different enemies. So everything is different, not just weapons that you're using, but also the enemies that you face, plus the perks that you have, along with everything else. So there's so many things that change from one to the next. So even if you choose the same weapon, shield, rune, you still have variability in what the game offers you in terms of runic attacks and then perks, silver perks, weapon perks, gold perks, etc. That variability can greatly change how your game plays, I think. Even if you don't care for the extra mastery seals, which why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go for the extra mastery seals? Because that gives you extra perks that you wouldn't have otherwise. There we go. I think that was the last one. Just happens to be a ranged attacker. So just like here, we can get a light runic attack or a weapon glyph. Sometimes it's 2 different runic attacks that you can choose from. Here we go. Here's a boss fight. Modi, unlike some of the Chosen fights, Valhalla's Chosen, this is more of an actual boss fight. Not to say that the Chosen aren't a boss fight, it just isn't quite the same. Like when you're fighting Tyr or you're fighting like Modi here, there's just not any set of perks, etc., that you're just going to be able to wipe them out in 2 seconds. Whereas Valhalla's Chosen, you may be able to knock them out pretty quick. Or it might be more difficult. Empowered range and detonators might. There we go. He's almost there. Look at that. There we go. Just in time. Ah, we got him. He says, kamikaze at the end. There we go. Hilt. Relic. Relic. Boy, it took me... I don't know why I couldn't think of relic instead of like runic or handle or whatever. So the relics will change depending on what you have unlocked. Plus, certain relics will give you more mastery seals as well as your rage and weapon, or not weapon, shield. And then you have to spec into basically one weapon. So it's all just like building on each other. These encounters where Mimir gets superseded by Helios. Honestly, in the beginning, it really, really annoyed me because Mimir's a really good guy, you have to admit. And Helios is basically like the enemy of my enemy kind of guy. He's not willing to do you any favors, but he does help you out, sort of. Yeah, and these portals... Every God of War game that has these portals, you know, well, which is the last two games, they have these portals, and you're just, you know, you're in for a fight whenever you stick your hand in one of these portals. Well, not every time, but almost every time. Oh, look at that. Two for one with that one. Yeah, these Minotaur-looking guys are a pain. Always were. Because they would block your attacks and stuff. Now, these, in this arena, all the warriors from Greece can link to you, and if you don't sever the link, then they suck away some of your rage, which is baloney. I worked hard to get that rage. I get to keep it. There we go. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Okay, now the real fight. So it was waves of fights, not just like one big fight. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but look at that. Going for a link attack. Glowing red. Annoying. Okay, so that's a relic attack. During the main campaign, I felt like it was pretty weak. Oh, and he got it. How could he have gotten it? All of these attacks, like constant attacks with this guy, makes it really tough to break the link. And you can't get it doesn't seem like you can get a full combo in on him. Oh, and he took some of the rage. Yeah, like I was saying, it's hard. And his attacks require a certain amount of precision to evade them. There we go. We almost got him. Look at that. Look at that stun bar. It's almost there. There, we got him. Yeah, when you get to the Greece part of Valhalla, all of a sudden the enemies change and your tactics have to go and change along with it. So, although I've spec'd into the spear, I got an axe runic right there you saw. So as I said before, you can get, depending on how long your run is, you can kind of power up 2 weapons. One pretty well, and then the second one to a lesser extent. So we can pull out the axe and do a little bit of damage there. We've seen these guys before. Ooh. Yeah, he pulled out some of the stops from Asgard with a Bifrost attack. So we got this range guy. Oh, a little too much damage. Speak of the devil. There's a Asgardian right there. There we go. Maybe we can get him in a stun attack. Probably not. Stun meter went down for some reason. There we go, new arena. So you'll find some doors once you get to the Greece portion, but you can't find a way to get to them, and they have to be unlocked like that. All of a sudden it'll say, hey, that's been unlocked. And then you go to that door, and then all of a sudden you can get to it. So the obstacle is removed. Here we go. Boosting up the spear once again. Alright, there's no portal over here. It's just guys getting in the way. Hopefully that... Okay, good. That link attack, I would have been so upset if that had actually connected when I was finishing off the other guy. Oh, that's a spear. Alright, can't go that way. This mist, all of a sudden you're like, oh, are there guys there, or is it just a prank? Another Minotaur. And the other thing, when you get to this area, is you have a timer. Timer works its way down, and then the enemies get stronger. So it gets worse the longer it takes. So you're basically running from one fight to the next. So hopefully you've got something in place so you're ready to go from one fight to the next, so you're not getting caught up in more difficult enemies just because you're not exactly sure where to go. Oh, there we go. Good. Oh, I didn't take him out, though. Premature celebration. I thought I took the Minotaur out there. There. Now I got him. Was that it? So there's another guy around here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Hiding right behind the pillar. Oh, look at that. Take that with that Bifrost attack. It works both ways if I have the perk. Yeah, getting that extra boost. There's another portal. Oh no, that's not a portal. more fleeting echoes, which is great because we'll be able to use them after we get through all the Valhalla's Chosen that we have to get through. We have to do at least 5. Oop. Alfheim. There we go. Oh, look at this guy. His stun meter is already pretty full. Ooh, oh, he did a link. I hate when I think I get away from him and then get hit with a attack anyway. But now I can do some damage on this guy and attack other guys. One of the best mechanics I loved about God of War, where you can ride some of these guys. Oh, another one. Another link attack. And he's shielded when you're doing that. Oh, and I got hit again. What the heck? Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know why I always had trouble timing the healing rage attack. Spear throw plus. 4 out of 5. We got one more. So there's actually kind of almost like a circle, a circuit that you can do around the outside that'll give you most, if not all, of the portals. So depending on where they have you start, may make it easier or more difficult to hit the portals in time before they get too difficult. So here you can go around the outside of where you start, and of course there's enemies. There we go. Just the one guy there, but we go a little bit further and there's a couple more guys. And I think we can run through here because nothing is locked off because these guys spawned. Unlike the portals where everything's locked down until you take these guys out. Now that was locked, but probably for a different reason. Now there's another perk chest here. We're almost time out for the next tier. So now it's tier 3 enemies instead of this guy has a shield. For the most part, I like the Dauntless shield. But like this shield and then like the Spartan Aspis are okay too. Oh, now I've got a runic attack for the blades, which is good because I've had to pull out the blades several times. Ah, there's a portal. Okay. So yes, this was a good decision to go this direction. Now, if you're able to complete the circuit early, there are other portals that you can do, so you can get a little bit more bonus echoes. These poison guys. Boom. There we go. Oh, nope. Not dead. There, now he's dead. Oop. Oh, couldn't get out in time. But now I have a... Oh, no, that didn't do anything. There we go. Woo! That was getting close. Because I've done this particular run long enough, I have more... Ooh, there we go. Get him. more in my toolbox that I wouldn't have otherwise. So when I have to pull out the axe or the blades or whatever you're not speccing into, I actually am able to do something else with them. I have at least one runic attack with every weapon, so that's good. There we go. Yeah, runic storm isn't great, but strength, 3 ticks on the strength, that's okay. So we got 5 out of 5, so we're ready. We're ready to move on. And apparently there's still guys here, or they respawned. We're just going to run through, except I saw that. Now don't forget, these guys are a higher tier, so they are going to be more difficult to take out. Even if, more, just slightly harder than what they were previously. So I don't really have a desire at this point to continue on taking out Valhalla's Chosen, so whoop, there we go. Yeah, these extended range attacks are just ridiculous sometimes. Feel like you gotta double dodge away. And we finally make our way to Tyr. Good to see you again. He's got the gold hands. This time he's attacking with dual blades. Oh, that was cheap trick there, Tyr. Oop, where's my weapon? Oh, and I did not time that well at all. Yeah, my timing is off. Runic attacks, relics, those are all equalizers when you're having an off. Oop. Holy smokes, I didn't even see him teleport. I saw a flash, but I thought it was I thought it was something I did. Silly me. Alright. Slowly whittle away his health. We got a full combo in on him. Now I should... There we go. Get these... There we go. Oh, look at that. More health. I have to say that the healing rage is probably my least favorite of all of them. Like the OG is pretty good, and if you play Valhalla, the 4th one is really nice as well. Relic attack. Put a little Bifrost on him. Oop, he's halfway, so now we're getting a change. The attacks continue. Look at that. Now everything's dark. Oop, that guy's attacking us. We gotta break the link. There we go. I gotta figure out where... Oh, there he is. Ooh. Dangerous. Take care of Tyr, see what we can get out of that, and we'll go from there. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
Darkness come, pure curve. Get out of the darkness, brother!
Be ready. Darkness come. Your curve.
Brother, find the light!
Defend yourself.
Wait for it!
Darkness come. Your curve.
Brother, get in the light!
I yield. I yield.
Good then.
I don't think you were indifferent, Kratos. I think you were hurt. Deeply hurt. And you handled it unskillfully.
Wait, is that you restoring the sun? You took Helios's chariot and put the sun back in the sky, but sacrificed yourself in the process.
Yes. I fell to my death, and was saved by Helios. But this memory happened before I killed him. My evils were yet to come. What is the point?
That your legacy has always been a complicated one. That goodness is not a destination we arrive at, but a practice. Misfortune may drive anyone to darkness. We resist it only through wisdom and vigilance. You are not so unskillful now as you were then. Better voices in your head, you might call it. I think that's enough for now. You have much to contemplate.
Yes.
Back to the beach then.
You should be proud of your progress, Kratos. See you soon.
He's back.
It seems like you're making progress, whatever you're doing in there.
Perhaps.
Listen, I know I made you feel like we expected more of you than you could give. And I just want you to know, I'm not asking you to change how you are or who you are. We had to break the old world to build a new one. Picking up the pieces and putting them together stronger. It's a rare opportunity. You made a difference here. In some circles, a symbol of change. On many days, just knowing that you're a part of the Council is enough.
And other days.
You've earned a voice. How you use it is up to you.
Sigrun, inside we encountered a son of Thor.
It wouldn't really be him in there, I can assure you. You have a memory of a past fight, And I'm sure Valhalla takes advantage.
But why him?
I don't think that's for me to say.
Well, something for us to ponder in between melees.
Valhalla sees your progress.
プレイステーション